guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christy, and this is Christy's Corner, where I do all things Disney, Harry Potter, and makeup. And today's video is a makeup video. If you're not new here, then you know how I do these videos. I record in advance, and then I voice over with what I did. And today's video is going to be slightly different because I did have a collaboration from BS Mall. So BS Mall, which is a company that sells their products on Amazon, reached out to me and asked me to review some makeup brushes. So I used most of their brushes in this video, so I'm going to go over each one of those as we go through this look. So it's going to be a little bit longer than usual. And I'll be sure to, hopefully I don't forget, put some information down in the description for you about this product. I actually really think this is good. These are good quality brushes. And again, I did receive these products for this brush set for free for review, but I wouldn't tell you that if I didn't like the products. So I mean, I would tell you that if I didn't like them, but I wouldn't tell you I liked them if I didn't like them. Does that make sense? Anyway, it's a 14-piece brush set. It's a travel size, so it could fit in not a tiny purse, but it could fit in a purse. So there's 14, it's a 14-piece set, and it comes with LED lights on the mirror, and where the mirror sits, it rotates 360, so that's really cool. And then the brushes come with a detail brush, an eyelash brush, a flame brush, a precision crease brush, a flat angled eyeshadow brush, an angled detail brush, an eyeshadow combination brush, a classic eyeshadow brush, a concealer brush, an eyebrow brush, a lip brush, a face flat brush or flat face brush, a powder brush, an angled brush, and it retails for anywhere between $17.99 to $23.99 at time of recording this video, which I'm recording at the end of August of 2024, which I will be posting sooner than that. So another thing is, like, it depends on the color, I think, because when I was looking at the pricing, I have the pink set, which is $17.99, and then there's a black set and a white set, and both of those are also to different prices, with the white set being the highest price of $23.99. Don't know if there's anything different with those two, or if it's just because of the color. I couldn't tell you. I'm not sure. I did receive a pink. It's called APINK, but it's like a dusty pink rose gold type color, and they're really cute. But again, these are travel size, and again, they come with LED lights on the mirror. The mirror is really cool. You need to go check out my shorts on TikTok and the short on YouTube and the short on Instagram to see the case, because I did not put the case in this video. Now, let's get into how long this look took me. Record time was 1 hour and 29 minutes, so right at 1 hour and a half to record this video. Now, the products that I used for this look is mostly my Marathon Cream Foundation. So I started with like a light green. It's almost kind of like a seafoam green. And then, of course, I did a gray side. So we're doing Bride of Frankenstein for this look. And I used the Cream Marathon foundation for this. And then I set that foundation with my Anastasia Beverly Hills setting powder until I ran out. I did run out. And then I resorted to my Too Faced setting powder, which I like the Anastasia one better because it is translucent. Whereas the Too Faced one that I was using has a little bit of a yellow tint to it. I think they have translucent too, but I already had this powder, so I used it since I ran out. I need to buy some more. And it doesn't have to be Anastasia Beverly Hills. That's just what I had on hand. So from there, the gray side, I'm just going to go over all the like creaminess I used, and then we'll get into the brushes, because I didn't use any of the BS Mall or Bismol, maybe that's how you say it. I didn't use any of their brushes for applying the creamy stuff. The creamy stuff, that sounds so funny. Anyway, let's get to it. So the gray side was also the Marathon, and then I used the setting powder again. And then once I was done with that, I did do the shading. So the shading here's the brushes I use for each one. The contouring, which is my cheekbone, around my forehead, my jawline, and my shoulder blades. I use the Precision Crease Brush for that. And then for my brows, instead of using the brow brush, I actually used the detail brush, the really small pointy tip brush. I felt like it made a more feathery look for my brows, so that's what I used for my brows. And then and now I'm just focusing on the green side right now, by the way. Well, the detail brush I use for both the green side and the gray side, but we're focusing on the green side because I wanted to use as many brushes as possible, so I used different brushes on the gray side. Now, for the eyeshadow, I started off with a light green and then went to the darker green, and then I did under the eye. And for this entire eye, I used the classic eyeshadow brush. And then for the waterline, I did a waterline and a tight line on my eye. I used black eyeshadow for that. Oh, by the way, the eyeshadows that I use, because you need to know this too, right? I use the Meant to Be palette from ColourPop. And then for the black eyeshadow, I just used some black eyeshadow. I think it was at a Morphe palette or something. I don't even know. But anyway, the tight line and the waterline, I actually used the eyebrow brush for this one, that angled eyebrow brush. You know, I use the angled eyebrow brush all the time for my waterline and my tight line, regardless of the brand, but this one was a good one too. I didn't have any problems with it. I don't have any problems with, like, they're fluffy, they're perfectly fluffy, they're a good size, they're not too small for travel size. Hey, you ever get those travel size ones and they're just too tiny? These were a great size. I really love these brushes. And then I went on to the gray side. So on the gray side, I used the Flame brush to do the contouring. So it flares out a little bit and it did contouring. And I actually think I liked the contouring better on the gray side than I did on the green side. So I don't know if that has anything to do with the brushes or if it's the shades that I used. I don't really know. Now, when it went to the eyeshadow, I used the angled detail brush on that side, which I also preferred better than the other eyeshadow the other brush that I used. Because it was fluffier and it spread out more. If I had been doing a more precise particular colors in certain areas, I probably would have preferred the other one. But the darker gray, I was kind of putting it all over my lid, and I really liked the angled detail brush for this part of my look. And then for the lips, I actually used the flat angled eyeshadow brush. Really, I probably, if I hadn't had already used the detail brush, I probably would have used that brush, but I had already used it. So I used the flat angled eyeshadow brush for my lips, and it did the job, but I would have preferred either the detail brush or the eyebrow brush to do my lips, but I had already used both of those on this look, and I wanted to use as many looks as possible. And again, I didn't use the powder brush, any of the bigger brushes, because I didn't want to get that creamy makeup all over them, because it's it's not really oil based, but it kind of is oily, and I didn't want to ruin these brushes by using them on the creamy pieces. But I have used since then doing a separate look, I have used the powder brush, and I do like it quite a bit. I used it to add setting powder for a different look, and I liked it quite a bit. I didn't use it for any foundation, I just used it for setting powder, and it was pretty good too. So in regards to these brushes, again, they are $18 for this box that, again, I received for free for review. I really like them. I will be using these. I'll be taking these with me on my next Disney trip, guys. I like this whole set. Instead of just picking out a few brushes to take with me, I'm going to take this whole set because this will do the job and then some, and I love it. So if that tells you anything, it's going to be great. I like these brushes. And I don't hardly ever have stuff that I'm just like, yes, I love. I almost want to go buy the black set because the black set's really cute. It's black and purple and I want it. So, yeah, that's it for these brushes. Let's go on with the finishing of this look. So once I was done, I did do like the outlines of the two color differences, and then I did some stitches. So I used Graphitobine water activated Pro Paint and in black for the stitches, and then also I did a little of the white detailing with the same Graphitobine. And then I went in with some Graphitobine fake blood. I had to heat it up, and then I put that into the stitches. And the lips, I just used eyeshadow, which I already told you which brush I used for that, but I used just the same greens eyeshadow, darker green, to make my lips. And then I added mascara and lashes and my wig, and that was the gist of this look. Let me know what you guys think. Check out the description, please, to myself. Please put the link and information in there. But anyway, I really enjoyed this, and let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.